also, like, if you saw a person, instead of, like, if they hit you, you have to hit back to fight them. Like, if they hit you, they can just kill you. This second.
Yeah.
I died, like,
I
3
think
times
I have
yesterday.
embarrassing story. I died till level 7. I had power armor, and I didn't have armor, because I got a T60, one of the best power armors. Instead I got a T45,
Yeah,
1.
I have 2 power armors. I should have 3, but Jack Brinkman lied to me. Didn't hit me. Yeah.
Well, we stopped
The
after
other
that day. Remember, the game crashed, like, twice.
I know,
him.
because he kept launching nukes everywhere.
First he launched nukes, then he launched artillery, and then I think we all made fun of him because we all had fun that he crashed the game because of the artillery.
Great, I spawned in a freaking mission.
God dang it! I don't want to bring
a quest.
Oh, did you know they're adding NPCs to the Fallout 76? Like humans, like raiders and settlers. Settlers are the good ones, and raiders are the bad ones. I'm gonna be the raiders.
I didn't know they were adding.
Yeah, they're adding that. You don't know that because you don't pay attention to YouTube. You don't have.
You look like an actual grown butt.
Yeah, everybody has this one. Everybody's a grown butt.
Wait, did you join me? Did you go to social and join?
No, I'm retarded. I didn't.
No, I'm retarded. I didn't.
My back hurts. I think my scoliosis is kicking in. Klee and Poe.
Stop hitting me, mate.
Stop hitting me, mate.
It's not cool.
It's not cool when your VR game downloads in your middle of streaming a Fallout 76 video.
It just made me start another quest. Are you serious?
Ooh, I like a hair in my mouth.
How do I get hair in my mouth? When you're in a party with your friend and you just hear her say, "How did I get hair in my mouth?" You know something's up.
Boop, boop, boop. Isaac, if you're not scared of the cat, come down. Isaac. If you're not scared of that cat, come down to my house and play Finesse Freddy's VR.
Not a what?
If you're not a scaredy cat.
I have no idea, like, of anything you just said. Okay.
If you're not a scaredy cat, come down to my house and play Finesse Freddy's VR.
I'm not a scaredy cat. I just.
Then do it.
My mom is just an actual like butt, and nobody likes her. She's no way.
What?
This guy is selling the gutter, the sword, the gutter. It's a level 50 with like it's a 2-star. And
Yeah.
I don't know what the other attachment is. And its value, he's selling for 45 cats.
Isaac, stay there because I'm fast traveling over to you. I had 200 cats.
Guess what? Guess what I forgot to tell you.
What?
He's actually selling it for 200.
Good for you. Okay.
I'm not getting it though.
I had over 200 camps. I'm sad. Oh, cranberry. Oh, I got killed. Maybe a few times. Ah! I need help! Help!
Why do you need help?
I should know wait. Oh!
Oh no, you're getting that.
Oh.
Hey, pal.
I'm responding on your mom. Okay. It all went from you just not like just
This guy has a Mothman statue. and it's awesome looking. If
Hello,
you
Panda.
use it, it does the coolest crap ever. You
I'm
can't
going the
get
wrong
inside
way.
you can't get inside his house though. His house is like.
I'm going the wrong way.
I don't know why he has a vending machine in his
Panda,
house if he doesn't let anybody inside of it.
Boop, boop.
I think I'm about to become wanted because I just stole 10 purified water from this guy.
Oh, Isaac, I got like SMG automatic handmade.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Automatic handmade, tactical, and a crossbow.
The way you said that though, you're like oh, here we go.
Yeah, that's the name of my SMG. I can even show you. If you, over here, Isaac. It looks so bad.
See, go in here though. He actually has the gutter, and it's freaking crazy, dude.
I can't. You're in it.
And he also has plan artillery.
Can I see it? Can I see it? Thanks. The gutter looks stupid. I don't like it. What?
Hey, Brandon, want to join my trade? I don't have any. Oh, automatic handmade. Okay, I guess your automatic handmade is pretty good. I mean, I don't have all my good stuff since I have a level 25 shovel. I don't have all my good stuff since I stuffed it in the freaking stash box. But hold on, let me see something.
Oh shit! Here we go again. Oh sheet, 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 sheet. Right there. Oh shit. Go.
Oh, you have the T60 left leg and the T60 right arm. You got a crossbow, which looks freaking amazing. You got some level 25 though. You need to get some attachments on that machine gun, and it'll be good. Tactical automatic combat shotgun. I think I might buy this artillery. Should I?
No. Let me in.
Why?
There's a key code. One.
How much caps do you have right now,
1,
Brandon?
2, 3, 4. 2, 5, 6, 0. Back, big. Control 7, control. Clear. Oh, that's clear. Back. So 4, 8, 7, 8. Dang it. 8, 8, 8, 8.
Okay, let me come over here.
You have so much fusion cores you don't use.
I do so. I'm using after I use one of my fusion cores, then I get rid of it and I add another fusion core to my other
You
two.
dumbo.
Power
If you what you idiot? You have supposed to keep it until it runs out, so you're not wasting it.
I know. That's what I do. Apparel. See, I have two freaking. Go to my apparel and then look how many power armor I have.
What power armor? I see no power armor.
Where's my power armor?
Because it doesn't show up when we trade.
What happened to my power armor? What happened to my power armor?
Because it doesn't show up when we trade, Isaac.
What?
It doesn't show up when we trade, Isaac. I realized I had no right arm.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I have two power armor. I'm not putting it on though.
Broken birds! Broken birds! Purified water. Fireball. Give me your money. Fly right in front of my face. It's annoying. Oh, I'm going back to my camp.
Alright.
I sound like a squeaking door. It echoes for me right now. And then it stopped echoing.
Wait, I really want to get the plan for artillery. Because if I get the plan, I just shit my pants. Poor Jimmy. You're like
You shut up.
Oh yeah.
See that? Yeah, you're getting muted.
Anyways, why are you streaming?
Because I can.
No, your mom can. You don't like PG streams?
Hello. No.
Dude, I always have PG streams, bro. I want, you know. I
You want
kinda
money.
Me?
Yeah.
I do not. Bro, you can't get money through YouTube.
Yes, you can. People always get money.
No, you can't. Oh, hey, you moved my sleeping bag here. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. How are you gonna get upstairs now is my question.
In many ways, it makes perfect sense. After all, why should you pay for hundreds of channels when you only like watching a few dozen? Yet many households in the U.S. have both streaming services and cable. But with the explosion of internet TV, we find ourselves asking, is the net enough to satisfy our entertainment needs? To find out, we once again turn to your favorite and our least important staff writer to challenge him to give up an entire day of his life that he'll never get back and watch YouTube for 24 hours straight. Hour Zero, a 24-hour challenge. This is so much nicer than the typical month-long nightmares I have to endure. And for once, the challenge
Yeah, I
doesn't
need to
involve
gain
something
HP
ridiculous,
today.
dangerous, or my personal.
Did you add this in first person or am I glitched? Oh, I'm not even on. What the?
Simple. Watch YouTube for 24
My
hours.
Isaiah,
What I watch
my legs
doesn't matter, I just have
were
to
stuck.
physically
You mean
watch it.
Isaac?
Pausing
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, Isaiah.
such as the house burning down.
No, you said Isaiah, bro. I heard.
Streaming on smartphones nowadays, even that probably wouldn't qualify. Short of a zombie
Hey, I'm
apocalypse,
gaining
that also
HP
knocks out
for the
I have to watch
boys.
YouTube nonstop.
Gaining
I admit that I already
HP
get
for
most
the
of my watching
boys.
done online, and I haven't had
Gaining
cable for at least a
HP
decade.
for the
My life has been perfectly
boys.
fine with just
Gaining
streaming subscriptions,
HP
less
for
ads,
the
and you get
mom.
exactly the content you want without paying for 100 channels dedicated to rural soccer teams in the Amazon rainforest. It's a pretty damn good deal if you ask me. To be honest, I don't even know why people still pay for
Gaining
cable. Okay.
I I have a plan for a T-51B jetpack.
You don't have a T-51B.
Yeah, T-51. T-51B, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also listen. What else I have? Listen to my top 2 mods. I have the Syringer Glow reflex sight and the Raider Cushion Limb mod.
Okay.
Your mom is whatever.
Why did I get stuck in the Kirby song, by the way?
You're cool online. I decided to rewatch some of my favorite movie trailers and a bunch from watching the original Alien trailer gave me the chills, as well as the original The Thing trailer.
Scooter. We're gonna go kill some zombos.
Dude, I have a bunch of freaking weapons, like a bunch of level 50 weapons in there.
YouTube is like a huge virtual library for video, but who in the world actually takes the time to upload all of these videos? Whoever you are, you're doing a hell of a service for humanity. Keep it up. 5 hours down, 19 to go. Easy peasy so far. Hour 9. There's a lot, and I mean a lot, of movie trailers on YouTube. I watched trailers up until an hour ago, and I realized that trailers may be my favorite part of a movie. I always hated getting into a movie theater late and having
Ammunition vending machine.
There's sometimes when I'm disappointed that the trailers are over and the actual movie is beginning. I feel like I've watched every trailer for every movie ever, from Caddyshack to the latest Pacific Rim. Girlfriend finished work early today, so she came home and has joined me for at least part of this journey. My ass is sore and my eyes are a little fuzzy from staring at a big screen TV all day, but I'm definitely still entertained. And I still cannot think why anyone would need to keep a subscription with all this media entertainment. I've decided to let her pick what we watch, and I'm curious if she can be as entertained as me by YouTube.
Oh my throat start hurt. There's so much marine tactical helmets.
She did have to leave for one of her classes at the gym. She said she
was
worn out from just sitting when she did.
There's so much freaking helmets in there.
A lot of time on the computer. I still try to make sure I stay somewhat active, and I've definitely never sat on my ass for 13 hours straight. My eyes are kind of fuzzy, and my brain feels
water purifier,
which is ironic because we just spent the last 4 hours watching documentaries. I didn't realize how many documentaries YouTube has, and I love docs, so it was a pleasant surprise. I also didn't realize just how wide a variety of docs they have. We watched one on the moon landings and then another on the hunt for the giant squid. For laughs, we watched one on Bigfoot and another on the Nazis. We went from moon landings to giant squids to Bigfoot to Nazis. Wow, YouTube, is there anything you don't have uploaded? I'm feeling pretty tired already, though, from just sitting here, so I think I need to energize myself, and I have just the idea. With the girlfriend gone for a few hours, I'm gonna watch a bunch of really cheesy music videos on full blast. And I mean super cheesy, but energetic stuff, like Barbie Girl by Aqua. That should wake me up. Hour 15. Girlfriend came home and caught me singing along to Spice Girl songs at the top of my lungs. I don't have anything else to report other than my humiliation. When she went to the kitchen and asked me what I wanted for dinner, I blasted out the opening of the Spice Girls wannabe, belting out, "Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want." She stuck her head out of the kitchen and just glared at me. Hour 20.
What are you watching?
Okay,
oh my god.
I really don't know.
But I think YouTube,
Please help me.
to be perfectly honest,
Oh, this is easy, opening the safe.
to the entertaining crap I've found on YouTube all these hours. But sitting here on the couch and just watching TV
Open
is
it.
killing me. Funny because I'm getting paid for it, and it's basically 8-year-old me's dream job. My ass hurts from sitting though, and I've had to get up and pace around the living room just to wake my legs up. Honestly, the biggest challenge here is not finding things to watch for 24 hours on YouTube that makes the experience bearable. It's just physically watching for 24 hours. I watch some redubbed old school cartoons.
Dude, I
like
need a
Happy
power
Planet,
armor station
G.I.
or
Joe,
something, because I
Transformers,
need
and
something to
almost
scrap
busted
my
me gut
crap
laughing.
with.
Then I went back to watch some really obscure music videos, like really, really obscure stuff, and
Do you know where I
discovered
could scrap
Hillbilly
some
Metal. Yes, that's a thing, and yes, you should go watch it immediately after this video, because you won't regret it. I also found Mongolian throat singers rapping, which is also pretty mind-blowingly awesome. If you don't know, Mongolian throat singers are men and women who sing directly from the back of their throat and have really deep, scratchy melodies. And some younger Mongolians have learned to rap while singing in that style, and it's the best thing I've ever heard. Maybe even better than Hillbilly Metal. And then for some reason I started watching a bunch of old Enrique Iglesias music videos. Don't judge me. The girlfriend already has. Hour 24. That's it. An entire day of watching YouTube? Done. I've watched everything from movie trailers to redubbed cartoons to the weirdest music videos humanity has ever created. And there are some real head scratchers out there. So, what have I learned from this experience? Well, the most obvious is that humans are like really, really weird. I don't know how strange aliens will be when we finally meet them, but I have a very hard time believing.
Where's our camp even at? Oh, it's right.
Have an online repository with literally millions of videos of people scaring their cats with cucumbers, or their space cats, I guess. I also confirmed that you can in fact watch 24 hours straight of YouTube and never ever run out of content to keep you entertained. I stand by my original position on owning cable, and if any of you do still own cable subscriptions, why? Cable is expensive and forces you to take packages with a ton of channels you don't like, while the internet literally offers you whatever you want right up front. And most of the time, the only cost is your internet subscription. Honestly, the hardest part of this challenge was the physical element of it. Not moving from the couch for 24 hours is incredibly exhausting, more so than just staying up. I've worked for over 24 hours.
I just robbed some from a level 9 player.
Deadlines or even
Yeah, I just got 85 XP just for holy crap! Holy crap! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm not sad about it. I just robbed from a level freaking 9 player.
Dude, get me out of here! Get me out of here! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Did you get raped?
No! Yes! Obviously, I'm saying I'm dying.
You said, like, get me out of here. You ain't dying.
Yes, I am. If I'm saying I'm trapped, bro, I'm probably being attacked.
Help! I'm getting something else that's not getting attacked. Help me!
It is being attacked, bro.
Help me!
But one thing I'm absolutely
now I have to go back in here and fight all these zombies by myself who are level 20. You couldn't even take on because you died to level 7. And I'm not even.
I died to level 7 human.
Or if you want to
I'm freaking fat again.
Say while you're watching hour upon hour of YouTube videos, you can build one from the ground up with their truly incredible suite of design
still got a level 6
Wix's easy drag and drop interface makes creating an incredible site fast and easy. So try out Wix today by visiting the link in the description. It's been days trapped in the darkness deep beneath a mountain. The rain falls in torrents outside, which unbeknownst to you could mean the end sooner than you think. Your friends are quiet, and all you can hear now is the dripping of water on the cave walls. You're exhausted, hungry, clumped together with your buddies on a shelf in the cave where the floodwater hasn't yet reached, but you're aware it could rise at any time, and the thought of that horrifies you. What you don't know is that the world's media and the public is hoping and praying that you get out alive. Praying that you are actually still alive. You huddle against your buddy to keep warm. You keep still to preserve energy. You pray for rescuers, voices from the dark abyss. But as time passes, you start to lose hope. This is the story of the Thai boys trapped in a cave. One of the most heartening and fascinating tales that people all over the world followed from start to finish. It's a story of heroism, courage, and global collaboration. Already a
I hope that's you over there shooting this thing. Oh
nope.
My god.
Those boys were trapped for
I'm going to my base.
You might wonder,
I killed like 8 zombies. Let's go! Get out of my game. I swear to God, if I lose, I'm a god. I'm an actual god.
There goes Isaac ranting how good he is.
Let's go!
But he won't ever see that cake. He's
one of
the boys on the soccer team called the Wild
Come on, where you at?
The rest of the team
Oh my god. Oh my god. Come on, you can take them off. You can take them off. Let's go.
Their coach, a 25-year-old named Hockey. The team had been practicing that day in their village in the
You got this. You got this. You got
this. This is a beautiful part of the world.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No! No, move! Move!
I'm coming to revive ya.
You're never gonna make it.
I seriously, so...
I killed all the zombies. Except one. And then my guy wouldn't even move.
Fat ass. Okay, walk.
I've got 12 seconds. I've got 12 seconds.
My AP decided to ran out soon as I needed to jump. So, I can't revive you in time. But respawn on me. Respawn on me. So you spawn right beside yourself.
Did. I'm never gonna be able to get my jump either! So many freaking zombies here!
their bikes and went inside. It wasn't as if
Oh my god, I took them all except one, and he's a level 1, and he's complete garbage.
cheap flashlights and
And I'm a level 13 taking out level 20 freaking zombies.
no different.
And there's some over there that are like level 1s. Now all of my crap is gone. There's another zombie right here.
You know you can pick up your stuff, right?
I don't know where it's at. That's the
Right
thing.
here, right there.
Hold on. I just found a recipe for something.
My God, I need to stop picking up weapons. I don't need these pump action shotguns. Isaac, right here, right in front of me.
I got it. I need to
Good.
grab my other ones too. I need
Right
to
here.
grab my other...
Wait, no, that's my stuff.
I already got it. I need my other junk. I need somewhere around here. What the crap, bro? What the crap?
Ow.
Oh, wow.
Ah.
I'll take that to go, bro. My baseball bat's like bloodied. Hey, a radio jammer. Let's get it. Figure it out. I saw that coming from a mile away.
No, you did.
Hey, there's cats up here.
There's what?
Cats.
Their bicycles, but also their backpacks.
Mm.
The birthday boy's parents meanwhile waited at home, and it got darker and darker. Something was wrong. Little did the parents know that the team had ventured far into this massive cave, the fourth biggest cave complex in the country. If you translate its full Thai name into English, it reads the Great Cave and Water Source of the Sleeping Lady.
I was heading to a
That sleeping
specific
lady was
place.
known to have eaten people in the past. Explorers
Good,
who had
the
entered
place is still
and
there.
never come out. An expatriate guide working in Thailand later told the
Get
BBC
me
that
down
the cave
here.
was muddy and the water moved through it fast. On days of heavy rain, even the most experienced cavers wouldn't go near it. And so we have a bunch of kids who have walked far into the cave, and outside an almighty storm is broken. When darkness fell and the rains came harder, the parents talked about how some of the boys had discussed going into the cave. Now there was panic, and that panic turned into intense fear when the parents went to the cave entrance and saw their children's bikes and bags. Inside the cave, the boys
All I
now
entered,
knew
I
they were in
entered
trouble.
right here.
Not only was rain
Got
falling
attacked by a
outside, but
bunch
it
of
had been falling for
zombies.
days on end. Suddenly, they found
So
themselves
if I
surrounded
remember
by rising
correctly,
water. A
I
flash flood,
died
it seemed, had occurred
about-
right around
yeah,
them.
right
The
here.
coach said, "Go, scramble, get out of here now, or we're going
So,
to drown."
yeah,
They
here's
couldn't
my
turn
stuff.
back, and so moved farther into the darkness. The trail they had used was now a river, a place of no return. They
Yo,
passed
I'm
a
still
place
not
that
over
usually stayed
cucumbers.
dry, nicknamed Pattaya Beach, but even that flooded. It was their favorite spot, too. Eventually, they managed
Okay,
to find
now
a
I have
shelf
to
where
run
they could
this
sit.
way.
Maybe they thought the water would recede, but it didn't, and they would sit there without
Go
food
ahead and
for
follow
18
me, because
days.
there's something
They
over
had
here
flashlights,
you'll
but they were
want
told
to.
only to use them now and again. This was no time to be afraid of the dark. Aki, the coach, did make one attempt to swim through the water, but he soon swam back. It was stay or die.
Alright.
They used rocks to make the shelf higher, so as to stay away from the water. In the pitch black, the coach told the worried boys that the only thing to do now was to stay calm.
Dude, he has a junk
He told the
extractor.
boys
Are you
one way to get
serious?
through this was to think of nothing, empty the mind, meditate, and that's what they did. They were
Oh,
also
no,
quite
I didn't
lucky
mean to
because
take that
even though
much
the body
purified
could go
water.
long periods of time without food,
Go, go, go,
water
go.
is necessary.
Come on.
Have to resort to drinking the muddy
I
water
just
from
took,
the
like,
floor because
15
natural
purified
clean
water.
dripped down the
Who cares?
walls. They had enough air because of the porous
We're robbing this guy.
This guy's only a
Although they
level.
didn't know that the oxygen level would
Hold
get
on,
lower
hold on.
and lower.
That's his turret. That's his turret's level.
Ake later told the media, "I tried not to tell the boys that we got stuck in
I
the cave.
can't do
I only
it.
told them something positive."
Oh,
and
right
that was
here.
it. They sat there and prayed and meditated and stayed calm.
Look at
if
his
not
shop.
hungry as hell. Outside
Hey,
the cave, a
he's
rescue
still in his
operation involved
plant.
people from
He's
all
got a
over the
mole
world.
miner
Within
gauntlet.
days, there
That
was
was
hardly a
pink
news
ass,
channel
not-
that wasn't following this operation. Thai police, government agencies, and Thai Navy SEALs
This
were
guy's
there. And
crap,
unfortunately, one of those Navy SEALs would later die in the water. One problem is the complex was so massive and the boys
Dude, are
couldn't
you
fit anywhere
serious?
in that cave. Luckily, one boy
Hold
who
on,
didn't
he better
go
have
that
some
day told
good
parents and rescue
shit.
teams that they'd like
He
to
has
go to a place
mods.
called Pattaya Beach.
My dude
That was something
has
divers
mods.
from various
Are you
countries turned
serious?
up, including from the UK, USA, Australia, and China, all working with the Thai divers. Many more experts from all over the world were also involved. It was one of the British divers that made first contact, and it was video, a scene that brought tears to the eyes
I'll
of
take the
many
plane for
people.
the
Later,
mole
one of
miner
these
account.
divers
I
told the
actually.
BBC, wherever there's airspace, we surface, we shout, we smell, we smell the
I bought it, by the way.
we saw or heard them, and then they
You
started
bought what?
to communicate with
The mole
natives.
miner
The Brit
stuff.
asked, how many of you? The boy
You bought
shouted back,
all
13,
both of them?
which replied,
Mhm.
brilliant. They were all alive.
Can I have
Many
at least
people are
one?
coming, said the diver.
Since you
We were
don't
the first.
need
Hilariously, one of the
to.
boys then shouted, what day
I was trying to
is it?
sell it.
Didn't quite know the day, but
Yeah,
the
I
boys,
know.
but they've been in the cave
You
for
can
Oh,
actually
wait.
10
sell them.
days.
Oh wait, I can't give it. I can't have to drop it. Come over here.
No idea how much time had
Alright,
passed.
hold up.
You were very
Let me look at
strong,
his other
shouted the diver.
shots
It was
real
amazing
quick.
to see those small kids all hanging
Dude,
together
why does this
on a
guy have
life-saving
so
shell.
many
The
freaking
divers then
mods,
swam
bro?
over to
This
them
guy is
using a line,
freaking
and when
crazy
they
with
arrived, one of the
mods.
kids said, "We're very happy."
At least this
Almost
guy
as
has
if you
crossbow
learned the line
bullets
in
for you.
school. The diver
Alright,
replied,
hold
"We're
on.
happy too."
Like
And
I
when
said,
the
I'm
world
still
heard about
looking
this,
at.
it felt as if we'd
Oh,
been blessed
snap.
by
He has
good
some
news at
recipes for
last.
some good
The
stuff.
Thais smiled that day, celebrating after days of saying "su su," which translates to "fight, fight." The boys had fought, and they had won. Well, almost. They even
Hold on.
had the opportunity to
Hold
write
on,
on
I'll
paper
grab
to
it
their
here in a
parents,
minute.
with most boys saying they loved their mom and pop and not to worry, they were just fine. The
Alright,
parents wrote
got
back
it.
saying they loved them. They had a special message for Aki, who had written to the parents saying how sorry he was that he had taken their kids into the cave. The parents wrote, "The moms and dads, none of them are angry at you. You went inside with them, and you must come out with them too." But quickly, a new problem emerged, and it seemed that the boys were not out of trouble yet. Not by a long way, in fact. You see, they were found on day 10, and as you know, they didn't get out for quite a few days after that. These cavers that found them belonged to the British Cave Rescue Council, and they were joined by expert French and Belgian cavers. These are some of the best cavers in the world. They had literally risked their lives to find the boys, and as you know, a Thai Navy SEAL would lose his life. It was a perilous cave system, and it could take more lives. So how on earth were a bunch of kids with no equipment supposed to get back to land? It was around 4 kilometers of extremely dangerous diving, and outside the rain kept falling. It was
Let's
by no
go.
means a
He got,
certainty that the
well,
boys
he's
would
got
make it.
Tinker's
And again,
workbench,
the
bro. I'll
public
take
prayed.
that.
About
You
this
don't
time,
mind
the
if I
search
do.
had
It's
to be
only
stalled.
10
It was
cats.
just too dangerous as the rains were too strong. Again, people all across Thailand joined in prayer. and in
Single
their
action
heads said
revolver,
those words, "Su su."
ivory.
But now the outcome wasn't looking good. The boys wanted only one thing, besides being rescued. They wanted food. What did they want? They asked for pad krapao, which is rice with fried meat, chilies, and basil leaves. Unfortunately, all they got was a liquid diet full of vitamins because the doctor said it was what they needed, not a spicy dish with lots of oil. At least one of the boys got to celebrate his birthday with some hope. One of the mothers of the boys said to the press, the Navy SEAL had practiced for so long and was so strong, but also died. How about a boy?
Dude, he's got a brewing station. Holy crap, that's leveled up a lot. Just saying.
Saying his engineers from SpaceX and the Boring Company were
Beers.
using a pod to bring the boys out, but a pod just wouldn't work in such tight conditions.
Yeah, you
The rescue was stalled for the moment, but then the bad news came. More heavy rain was coming, and if the boys were not taken out soon, they would be flooded and die in the cave. It was then that it was agreed that 5
He's
Thai
got a
Navy
Mothman
SEALs
twin
and
bed.
18 foreign divers would lead the effort. It was said the weakest boy should come out first, but Aki said everyone was
Dude,
fine.
I can make
no
all
one
of
was
these
really
right
weak.
now.
As it happened, the boys that volunteered first would go first. Aki
Dude, I can
actually
make
said
all of
boys
the
that lived
crap in
farthest
there
away
twice
could go
if I
first,
wanted
as
to.
they had the longest distance to cycle home.
I have so
They
much
really had
leather
no
and so
idea
much
that the
metal.
world was
It's not
watching
even
them,
funny.
that thousands of people were outside that cave.
Chemistry
The British
station.
divers who found the boys led the
His
operation,
chemistry
with many
station's
other
leveled up
divers
quite a
following,
bit, too.
and many Thai divers waiting at checkpoints to get the guys through. As the boys could not panic, it was decided that they should be given anesthesia.
Dude,
So a
raw
doctor went along
fertilizer,
too.
black
To
tea,
get them out,
rat.
first they had to be dressed in a wetsuit, and
I
then
can
a
make
full face mask for oxygen was put over their
energy.
head.
I can make
They
a
also
bunch
wore a
of
buoyancy
fuel.
jacket. After the anesthetic, they
And
were rendered
gunpowder,
unconscious, and
alternates.
now
I
it was
can
about
make
pulling them
water,
out.
easy
The problem
bugs.
was, or one of the many problems was, that the boy would only stay unconscious for 45
Up here,
minutes. So the
yes,
divers had to be trained by
finally,
the
a
doctor
power
on how to
armor.
give them anesthetic. The
Don't
journey
mind
back
if I
took
do.
hours and was fraught with danger. At
Got
tight
balls
points, the
now.
boys had to be pushed hard through the cracks, but all the time, the divers had to be very careful not to let anything push off their mask. The divers also held their heads high,
What?
so if anything did hit a rock, it would first hit them. We don't have to tell you that
Yeah.
visibility was very bad. When they hit a dry section, they had to be dragged on a stretcher, their masks removed, and then attached again when it was back to another flooded section. Pulleys and chain systems were used to get them over sand, and they had to be carefully carried over rocks. It was a daisy chain operation involving hundreds of people.
Okay, Brandon, I didn't get to tell you the rest of my plan.
Outside the cave. It was reported that while some kids had incurred minor scrapes,
Brandon, hurry! Come on, come on! Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, come on.
So much for 18 days with
Yeah, why?
Okay, yeah, we gotta make it over here. We gotta make it over here.
Why?
but they were fine. It was a
You'll see.
What is why? Well, I see.
No hugging just yet. For a while, the boys also had
I'm gonna have to regain my stamina.
Dude, I'm over cucumbered right now, bro. It's only like 4 caps to fast travel over there, but dude, I'm over a cucumber, bro. I need to
It wasn't just the rain that day. The mountain is like a sponge, and waters from earlier rain were raising the levels. The coach himself, after the rescue, said, "I would like to express my gratitude for people from the whole
Dude, I just
world
gained
of
so
this
much rads from
that
eating
help us.
pepper.
We promised that we would be good citizens to society." One of the boys that was rescued was called Titan, and he said this.
But I think I would get rads in real life for
I
eating
feel
pepper
warmer.
now
I
that
was
I
very
think of
happy.
it.
I cried. We think quite a few tears were shed around the world when those boys were home, safe and sound. Since then, the Wild Boars have toured the world and have done talk shows here and there. Many people won awards for their efforts during the rescue, and, well, it's just a feel-good story all around. A movie will soon be out about this called The Cave. How would you have dealt with 18... The human body is fragile, and yet some people can tell you survival stories that might make you start believing in miracles. We might recall the gruesome tale of the 12-year-old amateur
Shoot
racing
me, I
driver
dare
Chris
you,
Stewart.
robot.
He crashed in 2006 in the UK and suffered an internal decapitation. The BBC wrote that the little
How
guy
was supposed to get up
okay in
there?
the end, after
Oh,
having
right
his
here.
head reattached. Yep, that's exactly how it was reported. Maybe those Brits are made of tough stuff. In 2001, a young woman from England was on a parachuting holiday in the U.S. Her
Here we
chute
have to
didn't
go
open
up
and she
through the
fell
rock.
thousands of feet to the
We
ground.
can't see
She's
her.
up and running now. But her dad told the press she was very keen on parachuting, but she is in 2 minds now. No kidding. Now let's tell you
Now
Oh.
we try
the
to
greatest tales of survival there is. Or perhaps
Yeah!
imagine this. You wake up in the morning, turn off
Frog!
your trusty alarm, take a shower, make breakfast for
Froggo!
your kids, and
Froggo eating my butto!
days are fairly routine. You set up your street food stall after buying the seafood at the local
Oh my
market.
God, how
It's
are
an
we supposed to
impressively
get up
hot
there?
summer day in Culiacan, the biggest city in the state
Oh, right
of
here.
Sinaloa, Mexico. There you are, standing in the baking sun, waiting for people to pass by and hand over some pesos for a bit of fried fish. And then, bam! That's what
Dude,
you
this is
hear.
a little
You
bit
don't
of
know
a
where the sound
challenge,
came
don't you
from,
think?
or
Oh,
what
right
really
here, let's
happened,
get
but
it.
what you two instantly recognize is that the bang affected you. You're on the floor, dazed, and you feel a pain in your face. You touch
Yeah, it
your
wasn't
cheek
too
with your
hard.
hand and feel
Yeah, it
something
is.
hard.
Yeah, it is,
You're
'cause I'm
afraid,
stuck.
shocked, in pain.
Okay, let's
There's
get it.
blood on your hands, dripping on the floor.
Hey,
but
look,
you
there's
have
another
no
kid here.
idea
A
what just
Grand
happened.
War. Hey,
Then
we were
everything
just at his
turns
camp.
to black,
Yeah,
and the next thing you know, you're in a hospital, and standing around you are a bunch of very concerned-looking hospital staff. This happened to a
Dude, this guy
32-year-old called
seems to have
Flores.
been taking on,
She
this guy
had no
seems to be
idea
pretty
what had
good by
changed the
himself.
state of her face, but she
But we
was
need to
Back
stay
to-
here.
after being rushed to the hospital.
There's a rat
that
head right here.
live
Come here, boy.
fragmentation grenade had been lodged into her cheek. Yes, a live grenade. It hadn't exploded
I'll kill
for
you.
some reason,
Oh!
but it was waiting to go off. The bang she had heard had been the release of the grenade from its launcher. This is what she later told the press. The doctor asked me what happened. I told him that I thought a stone hit me.
Dude,
Then
he's
they started
freaking
to look and
good,
discovered
bro.
that it was some kind of projectile, but they didn't know what it was. The thing was, this
Hit
grenade
for
should
it.
have gone
Guard.
off, and now Carla was, for all intents and purposes, a walking time bomb. Staff knew the risks of being near her. That grenade, they were told, was powerful enough to kill anyone within a 32-foot
Let's
radius.
kill the
Should it
firefly,
explode.
I feel
As
so
for
bad.
Carla, if that thing exploded, she would have no more parts than a master jigsaw puzzle. X-rays had showed medical staff what they were dealing with, and how the object might be removed. Experts were already on the scene, and that's why doctors knew how much damage could be caused. As media reports, one bad move and that grenade could kill a lot of people. The doctors had the unenviable job of trying to extricate the grenade and save part of Carla's right
Gotcha.
cheek without killing her and themselves and the rest of the hospital staff
Ratchet.
nearby. She was taken to an isolated part of the hospital while they looked at her. News reports say that some doctors weren't happy about the conditions in which they were to apply their skills, but Carla was severely injured. She could hardly breathe,
Holy
and
crap,
blood
there's
and
somebody
saliva
here.
was filling her mouth.
I need help. I need help. It's okay. This guy doesn't have
She
to.
was close to choking on her own fluids. As we said, Not too many people were up for the task of
That is not safe for work, Isaac.
We're told many doctors instead.
That is not safe for work. Look at that. That is not safe for work. That is not safe. Look.
Mark the red wire or the blue wire, and one of those wires will trigger the bomb.
Yay! Smash me, my man.
My HP is so low, I can't even move right now.
There
Holy
were
crap.
two anesthesiologists called Felipe Ortiz and Cristina Soto.
Ow.
Rodrigo Arredondo and the doctor Cristina Soto. Explosive experts from the Mexican army.
Did it say we just completed the quest?
Yeah.
Dang it, I came all the way up here for nothing.
They wheeled her outside, taking all the necessary equipment with them. There, Carla was given a local anesthetic. And the first thing doctors did was perform a tracheotomy so Carla could actually breathe. The next part was the hard part. Those explosive experts, guided by lights as it was dark by now, told the doctors how to remove the grenade without blowing everyone to Kingdom Come. Doctors were told that in no way could the grenade be rotated, and that it had to be pulled out in such a way it didn't really move at all, except for being pulled backwards. We should say here that no one near Carla at this time was wearing any kind of body armor. At around midnight, the operation was complete, and it was a success. The downside was Carla was losing some of her face, many of her teeth, and having to have parts of her face rebuilt. It said she went through
Brandon, don't you just love Mothman, bro?
And you can see in the photos, she's been left with
Dude, I
some
love
very large
Mothman.
scars.
Especially
Still,
since I live in
Mexico
West
these
Virginia,
days,
bro.
she
I
is
wouldn't
called
mind,
the
you know.
Miracle Woman. To this day, no one
Trying to
knows
take this
who
canned
fired
dog
the
food.
grenade or
Brandy!
if Carla was targeted.
Brandy! Get out of the way!
Many reports suggest this was the work of the Mexican mafia. And let's face it, what are the chances of such a wild event in this part of Mexico being related to anything else? People were interviewed, but as
Great,
usual,
my
no one had
guy's
anything to
freaking
tell the
hungry
cops.
and I don't have
Reading
anything
the
to feed
Mexican
him.
press, we found something that was missed in the English language media. That was how Carla got to the hospital. We're told it was a bystander who took her there, with the press saying nothing was heard of the angel who left her in the hospital. According to that media, Carla wrote a letter of thanks to the doctors, the explosive experts, nurses, and the angel that took her in his car during the low point of her life. We have one question for you, and that is, can you think of a more messed up survival story than this one? If so, maybe we'll do a show on it one day. Tell us in the comments. Also, be sure to check out our other show. Identity of Jack the Ripper has finally been revealed. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. John F. Kennedy remains unique among American presidents. Not only was he the youngest man ever elected president at 43 years and 163 days on the day of his election, but he was also the only American president to ever win either the Navy and Marine Corps Medal or the
Something happened.
Heart, let alone both of those
Dude, she's
distinguished
hungry.
awards. Yet when questioned
Who cares about
how
him?
to become a war hero, Kennedy was famously tight-lipped and simply responded, it was involuntary. They sunk my
Something
boat.
just happened.
It is August 1st, 1943, and a young 25-year-old Kennedy is a
Dude, I'm under
lieutenant in the
attack.
U.S.
You know how many
Navy in charge
fights this
of a
was?
patrol
No.
torpedo boat in the Solomon Islands. The PT boats, as they were known, were widely used by American forces across both the Pacific, the Atlantic,
Bye.
and the Mediterranean against the Axis powers, while other navies of the world made use of
Die!
speed patrol
Die!
boats. The Americans who
She's
embraced
dead.
this
She
agile
left.
craft
Oh, she
became
joined the
Carlos
team.
Gusto, known as
And left.
or as the devil
Yeah,
fleet
then
by the
left,
Japanese
bruh.
and terrorists. PT boats operated
Thank God.
in groups and relied on sheer speed to overwhelm much
Oh!
more dangerous
Well,
prey.
there's another
These were
secret
often
place.
nothing but
There's
light
another
wood,
secret place I want
no
to
armor
take you
plating,
to.
and little, if any, protection. The lightweight gave
So I'm over cucumber. I'm over cucumber, so I can't fast travel. So hold on, I'm gonna invite you to trade.
larger and slower vessels launch their torpedoes and tear away before the enemy could react. Often PT boats would operate at night with the help of radar, and they would slowly
Actually, I'll just drop something for you.
suicidal charge and then howling away into the night.
Okay.
Americans made great use of PT boats
Yep,
in the
that
Pacific,
seems
where
about
they
right.
regularly went up against much larger ships, such as destroyers, cruisers, and even battleships. Many of the first PT boat crews had either been high-speed boat racers back home or racing
Drop,
aficionados, and their expertise
drop.
was quickly put to use in developing tactics and upgrades for the PT boat fleet.
Drop.
As the war raged, PT boat crews got particularly
Drop.
creative and often made very unofficial upgrades to their boats, like bolting on
Drop.
additional main battle tank guns and anti-aircraft cannons. A PT boat could never have too many guns and bristled with firepower, making them a small but terrifying threat. JFK's PT boat, PT-109, was famously decked out with the stolen U.S. Army 37mm anti-tank gun, which was bolted to the bow of the boat. If it was big and it could shoot, PT boat crews would inevitably find some way to lash it onto their ships and roar off into combat with their completely unsanctioned upgrades. On the night of August 1st, 1943, JFK's PT boat was one of a 4-boat flotilla on a mission to intercept Japanese destroyers undertaking supply.
No, she actually joined our team. Look, she actually joined our team.
Supply lines, and intercepting incoming supply drops was critical to the success of the men fighting on the beaches and jungles of the Pacific. Each destroyer that made it to its destination full of vital supplies meant that many more American lives lost, and the PT boat crews were determined to stop the vital flow of supplies no matter the cost. Yet, going up against a modern Japanese
My guy's hungry, but I don't have anything to give him.
Especially when a single shell from its main armament would be enough to kill all on board the light and unarmored PT boats. Speed and mobility was their only protection, and the PT boat crews relied on surprise and sheer aggression to get home safely.
Oh yeah, that's right here.
That night, however, the situation was about as poor as could be for a flotilla of PT boats on the prowl for a victim. There was no moon out, and cloud cover blotted out the stars. Visibility was limited to only a few hundred meters, and to make things worse, only one of the 4 boats had a radar unit installed. Suddenly, the boat with the radar roared off into the dark, chasing after a Japanese target. But the other 3 boats were left behind, completely blind. They silently chugged along at a low speed, because while the visibility was poor, any Japanese aircraft would be able to easily spot the wake of a PT boat due to the phosphorescent plankton that their propellers churned up. JFK was especially cautious as just days before on his first patrol, a Japanese fighter had dropped 2 bombs near his boat and seriously injured 2 of his crew. Scanning the pitch-dark ocean, a gunner in the forward gun turret peers carefully into the dark. Alarmed at what he suddenly realizes is a Japanese ship coming straight for them, he yells out a warning, ship at 2 o'clock. Scanning the ocean, though, Kennedy can't see anything, until finally, at 200 yards and closing fast, he sees it, a wall of rapidly approaching water, the wake of a large Japanese ship. Kennedy attempts to move his boat into position to launch a torpedo at the oncoming ship. But while trying to avoid enemy air patrols, he had turned off one of the engines. Now he desperately tries to throttle
oh, this guy's smart. He won't let us have any of his purified water. We'd have to unlock it.
And don't need to see their target. They've realized the small PT boat isn't running with both engines, and they accelerate and put themselves on
although this one is unlocked
with a roaring of seawater and splintering wood. The huge Japanese destroyer strikes the PT boat directly in the middle. The steel bow of the Japanese ship shatters the much smaller boat and splits it into a cross-section.
Don't mind if I do.
And crew are instantly killed, and a third is thrown overboard and sucked into the destroyer's wake, where the force of the water displaced by the mighty propeller hits him mercilessly. JFK himself is hurtled against his boat's deck and severely
holy crap! Brandon, listen what this guy has. 2-shot armor piercing automatic handmade.
Oh god.
Dude, look. Right here, look.
Wait a minute, there's a perfect storm in here.
He's selling it for 50 caps. Look at it.
The PT boat's light wooded hulls proved to be a
go to weapons on it.
I wish I could.
Of the boat remain afloat. Kennedy, who had been a member of the Harvard swim team.
That's all. You're legally dumb with something, because that's 3,485.
Back to the remains of the boat. At dawn, though, there was no sign of rescue, and Kennedy knew that they couldn't remain on their stricken vessel as it would eventually sink. An experienced sailor and navigator, Kennedy had familiarized himself with the Solomon Islands and their currents, and spotting a small smudge in the distance, which proved to be a small island called Plum Island, told his men to prepare for a very long swim. The engineer, who had been below decks, however, still had fresh and agonizing burns across his body, and was in no shape to make the 3-mile swim on his own. Despite his injured back, Kennedy incredibly leapt into the water and cut a strap loose from the engineer's life vest, gripping it in his teeth. For 5 hours, Kennedy slowly swam, pulling along the injured engineer, refusing to let the man drown. When he finally made it to shore, he had swallowed so much seawater that he had become violently ill and immediately vomited. Back at base, the crew of the PT-109 had already been given up for dead, leaving Kennedy and his men on a tiny island behind enemy lines and armed with only 2 pistols, no food, and no fresh water. Determined to get his men safely back home, Kennedy ignored the threat of prowling sharks and incredibly swam back out into the ocean that night, carrying a lantern and a pistol, which he hoped he could used to signal any passing PT boat. Unfortunately, none would materialize. And to make matters worse, as he tried to swim back, a rogue current dragged Kennedy far from the island. The president-to-be would spend the entire night treading water, convinced he'd never see
This guy's got a
again,
missile
and that he'd
turret.
eventually drown. Yet, as the morning sun climbed into the sky, Kennedy was amazed to find that another current had actually carried him back to the island. Having ditched his heavy boots so he could more easily swim, Kennedy then made his way across a razor-sharp reef, badly cutting his feet. With no food, the crew was now starving, and the next day Kennedy rallied them once more and convinced them to swim to another nearby island.
You know what I just realized? An IQ. Brandon, now that this guy is on our team, did you know we can just fast travel over to this camp and just, like, grab stuff from his vending machine? Let's get oh no, his camp is on your camp. What the crap? That's not even cool.
For the next few days, Kennedy and another of his crew would swim from island to island, constantly looking for food to bring back to the crew. On August 5th, 4 days after the collision, Kennedy and his crewmen were spotted.
Oh,
by
here
what
is camp.
were Japanese
Look
soldiers,
at where his
but
camp
turned out to be
is.
friendly
Holy
natives.
crap.
Kennedy inscribed a simple message into a coconut
Oh
shell
my
overnight, so
God.
that the natives could relay it to the
Holy
U.S. Navy personnel
crap.
as they spoke no English. The message read, Naro ISL Commander, native knows Posit. He can pilot, 11 alive, needs small boat, Kennedy. Incredibly, the shell made its way to a New Zealand infantry patrol, who then put JFK in radio contact with his PT base. Kennedy would go on to use that shell as a paperweight in the Oval Office when he won the presidency. Despite a serious injury, Kennedy did as he had promised and brought his men home. And the incredible fortitude and courage he showed serves as an example to this day.
Brandon, he's at your camp right now.
And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like,
not.
share, and subscribe for more great content.
He's at the train station.
Yeah, I'm at his camp right now. Look, he has a freaking insane hand. Okay, now this crap is a little weird. Still, his trap is weird. He has a freaking jukebox. He has the tuba.
Which kind to look for in this episode of our Us vs. Them series.
In October of 1347, 12 ships dropped anchor at Sicilian port. Those who eagerly approached were met with a grisly sight.
This guy built his camp in a pretty crappy place.
Barely alive, their skin erupting with blackened boils that
Although it's kind of
dripped
smart,
blood. In
because,
horror,
you know,
the
you
Sicilian
didn't have to
authorities
buy
demanded
anything.
that the ship set sail, but though they left, the damage had already been done. The Black Death was now in Europe, and millions would die in what is considered one of the greatest disasters in history. Let's explore how the bubonic plague wiped out at least a third of Europe's population, if not more, in this episode of the Infographic Show. What made the Black Death so deadly? Europe was hit hard by the plague, but it was not hit first. It was also not unaware of the disease that was already bringing widespread death and destruction elsewhere. Before the infested ships arrived in Sicily, rumors of a frightful sickness devastating the populations of first China and then India, Egypt, Persia, and Syria had spread near and far. While no one knew what caused it or why, it seemed to follow trade routes spanning the Near and Far East. Further, when it appeared, it was by all accounts unstoppable. Those struck by the Black Death would begin to swell at the lymph nodes located in their groin area or underarm regions. The growths would soon develop into large, blackish-blue egg-sized lumps, or for the even less fortunate, expand to the size of apples. These would then fester and ooze various bodily fluids. Beyond this, those with the disease could develop any combination of a series of additional symptoms. These included fever, pain, chills, sweating, upset stomach, and diarrhea. Almost always, this was followed by death. According to those who observed its effects firsthand, all it appeared to take was a brief physical contact with the clothing of someone who was sick to pass the disease onto another. Though some doctors claimed that it was the spirit leaving the body of the deceased that infected others as it passed by. Obviously, at this point in history, the real methods of disease transmission were not yet well understood. Without understanding it, most were helpless to defend against it. Few areas other than some islands cut off from the rest of Europe by the sea made it through the pandemic plague-free. The rest of the population was not so lucky. The bacterium infiltrated virtually every European city's defenses, and many who appeared perfectly healthy one day could be dead a few days later. It was uncommon, though possible, for someone to survive a week or two before he or she died. Compounding Compounding problems further.
I'm in a
those with
fight
the
right
disease
now
were
with
typically
these zombies.
asymptomatic for the first few days, and so no
Come
one
here,
would be
boy.
aware
That's
that
what
they
I
had
thought.
caught
That's
this
right.
that
That's why you don't be
successfully
shooting at these
isolating them
people.
from the rest of society at this
Don't worry, I
point
killed
was
him. I
all
killed
but
him.
impossible.
Trying to steal my
Those who
purified
tried
water, I
best
see.
thing to protect themselves by fleeing
Yeah,
from
I
the
was just
country
walking
were
over
not
to you.
safe there either. The plague decimated livestock as well, and countless pigs, cows, chickens, goats, and sheep who
It says
also died.
required skill
This
3,
was such a problem that it led to
and
a
then it
shortage
says
of
your
wool
skill
throughout the
0.
continent. While many European areas
So I locked my
had a death
door.
rate of around 30%, 90% of the Italian city of Florence perished. Sometimes bodies of the deceased remained where they had died, as there were not enough people still living to bury them. Thousands of French villages, in addition to areas in other locations, were left without a single remaining soul. The Black Death had mercilessly transformed them into ghost towns. In some instances, nature eventually took over, and areas that
Ah!
were reclaimed by surrounding forests. It took aerial
How come you don't have a vending machine?
to rediscover these
Because I got destroyed when I was living right beside the thing.
most estimates place Europe's death toll between 50 and 70
If I move my camp, will it bring all my wood to me? Will it give me back all my wood?
population, which is considerably more than worldwide estimates.
No, but
What's
you
that,
store your walls and stuff. If you go to store it.
And you get your wood back?
No, that's not what I said at all. I said they store your walls and floors and the ramps.
Yeah, and if you destroy them, will it give you it back? Give you
Yes.
wood back? That's what I asked.
You said you wanted to move it.
Well, I mean, my plan was to come live beside you, but then you like totally left. So I mean, now I'm
It is true that Yersinia
stuck
pestis, the
here.
bacterium behind the Black Death or bubonic plague, is highly contagious. It can also be spread in many ways, though obviously contaminated spirits aren't one of them. Many believe that in its later stages it had the ability to morph into an airborne strain. That could be passed on to a new host and get a simple sneeze or cough. However, all strains airborne, or those in the more initial stages that are not, are believed to have been transferred through a flea or lice bite. And many animals, in addition to countryside livestock, serve as hosts for the bacterium and blood-sucking pests. Examples are things like squirrels, rabbits, chipmunks, and mice. However, many in the scientific field have argued that by far the worst contributor to the spread of the Black Death was the urban rat and its flea. Part of the reason for this belief is that rats have been observed to develop symptoms quite